Yeah, what up? It's Ashley. I'll be balling with another episode of I Be Ballin' Basketball Show. We're gonna talk about the NBA Finals, Game One, our predictions, and all the good stuff. But first, I want to introduce Vacay and Smooth Blaze. What up, y'all?
What it do? It's your boy Vacay. Follow me everywhere, Vacay McFallon. You already know what's going on. We here to talk about these finals predictions. We got some we got some explaining to do. Let's do it.
What's going on? It's your boy Smooth Blaze, man. I've been out of commission for a second, taking care of some real life stuff. But check me out on YouTube, CEO Lifestyle. That's gonna be my new um, benchmark for my podcast, and also Smooth Blade 1911 on Instagram. Coming back.
All right, all right. They grinding, hustling, taking care of business. Now, Game One. I thought the Thunder had it under control, but those comeback Pacers, they did their thing. I thought for sure they were going to win because the Thunder turned the Pacers over 25 times. So I was like, dang, they got it under, control. But those Pacers, once you make a mistake or two, they're going to take advantage. And I noticed that even though OKC had 25 turnovers, they didn't score a lot off those turnovers. And I think that was the biggest thing. So, what y'all thoughts on game one?
Go ahead, Nate.
All right. First and foremost, OKC started off wrong. They made an adjustment with their lineup with the big man that wasn't necessary yet. Because my biggest thing is that when you have Chet, I can't remember the name of the other tall guy, but he a dog too. But when you got those dogs in the paint doing what they do, you're supposed to stick with the game plan that got you there. So
Mm-hmm.
at the end, they decide to go small ball, which is something they shouldn't have, and they played as if they were behind versus them taking the lead. So one thing that I noticed was that yeah, they got 25 turnovers. They didn't execute like they should have. Both teams had their jitters and everything. SGA was balled in the first half. He pressed too hard in the second. More like he should have got his guys more involved. And the biggest thing that I saw was Siakam. They couldn't do nothing with him at all. Siakam had a smaller guy on. He looked at him. He's like, all right, I'm about to work this dude. Easy bucket each and every time. They had so many guys that came in, just kept fighting. But I looked at it as OKC kind of gave these guys the game at the end. And when that happened, they lost control of the game. So turnovers, yes, they did that. OKC played really well. The problem is they played not to lose versus they trying to dominate and kill like they know to do with other teams. So not being able to be efficient in that aspect. But I got to give it up to Indiana. They always come from behind, but I thought going against this team who's defensively sound, and I got to give more credit to Indiana Pacers for their defense as well because they was better than what I anticipated defensively. So overall, at the end, it's really OKC fault, but you got to give credit to Indiana Pacers for putting in work and taking care of their job. What they did, they got one on the road, so they got to do what they got to do.
All right, good points, good points. What about you, Vacay?
What they showed me was it ain't over to the fat lady scene for real, for real. Like that's a 48-minute ball club for real. Like the Indiana Pacers, you can't let up no time soon, no foot off the gas, nothing. You get relaxed, you get comfortable. That lead just gonna dwindle. It's gonna trickle down. It's gonna trickle down. It's gonna trickle down. Next thing you know, they down four with a minute and a half to left, and they end up winning the game. It's like they did that multiple times. Like I don't know how they doing it, but you can tell like it's a camaraderie over there in Indiana, and I like that. That's team ball. Don't I guess like SGA did his thing. I'm not surprised that SGA had a heck of a game. 38 MVP. He trying to go for that, being the fourth player to do all of that in the same season. So I get that, but Indiana was supposed to lose that game. You got Lou Dort
Facts.
hitting what? How many threes?
Facts.
5 threes?
Oh, he was
6 threes?
raining them things, boy. Yes,
Like,
sir.
it's Lou Dort. It's a football player launching a whatever in the ocean. Like, bro can't shoot for nothing. And he was just made, it was like everything was pointing to Indiana losing that game. And the fact that they won that game, I think that OKC got some soul searching to do. Because that's heartbreaking. That's disheartening for real. You take a man will when you do that. I force you 25 turnovers. I'm leading the whole game. We up double digits the 3 quarters and we lose? Nah, man. Nah. Nah, something ain't right, bro. Like, but
Guess,
I do OKC will get game 2, I feel. They definitely will get game 2.
yeah. Guess how
It's it's
many
it's a 7 game series. It's a 7 game series.
Guess how many seconds the Pacers led? 0.3 seconds. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Hey, that's insane. Even they said it at the end when they was walking out the tunnel. They was like, "Man, dog, we didn't even play our best game." I said, "Oh crap, these boys confident now. It's it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem long term." But OKC will win the second one. I believe they're gonna come back home and take care of business. But the Pacers, when they go to their spot, it's gonna be difficult, very difficult, because they got momentum and they believe in themselves.
Yeah,
It's gonna be beautiful basketball because both these teams utilize the bench. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like they what 9, 10, 11 deep sometimes. Like
yeah,
that's beautiful basketball to watch.
for sure. I love that they're both small market teams. They both using their bench. They're not relying on just a couple guys. Anybody they put in, they know what to do. But yeah, the Pacers, they look calm, cool, collected. And I feel like Thunder, they was, rushing a little bit once, the game was getting tight. And it was almost like they was playing to run out the clock almost. And I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. I don't know. But SGA, I feel like this. SGA need at least 10 assists next game. He need to get his teammates involved. Chet, I feel like is the X factor
Hmm.
for OKC. If Chet, has a double double, getting involved in the offense, especially half court, because OKC they like to run for a lot of their points, but half court offense is a little shaky.
Hmm.
I know SGA is the one scoring most of the time in the half court. Because, Thunder, they don't move the ball as well as the Pacers. You know, the Pacers are more team ball. Oh, and let's not forget, they got 3 ball handlers. They take Hallie off the ball sometimes, and they have Andrew Numhard,
Yeah.
control the offense. And they got
Hmm.
TJ McConnell. So
Yeah.
that's a lot of playmakers.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yep. That's facts.
Who do y'all think is like the X factor for both teams?
I got to think about that
I think
one.
Chet for OKC.
I say for Indiana, it's gonna be Miles Turner or Benjamin Mathurin.
Okay.
Um, but I think more so Miles Turner because you, big man play is important, bro. You need a big man. You need somebody to worry about in the paint, somebody that can stretch, and Miles Turner can do that. So I'm like, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is gonna be a good matchup for him because Hardenstein for the OKC Thunder, like that's a good matchup. But Chet definitely should be the X factor. He can stretch the floor, get rebounds. He definitely should be the X factor for them too. So I agree with that.
OKC kind of clean. I think about Chet. I'm definitely gonna say Chet because Chet was kind of getting punked a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I done watched him, and I'm like, dude, how you played in the previous series, you was getting it in, and homeboy just put that work on you and couldn't really do much. So I think him not being efficient. Miles Turner, I was kind of surprised that he didn't wasn't as effective as I thought he would be because of his size and his, of course he could stretch the floor, but I thought he would body more in the paint because he's a big dude. So I think whoever go off consistently on those sides, they gonna really take a lot of the series. I thought it was gonna be 6 games, possibly 5, but how they playing this first game, how close it is, yeah, it's gonna be a long series. I'm impressed with that. And the best thing about this is two small market teams. We normally don't get that. So now it brings back the idea of defense, and also it don't matter about these huge name players. It matters about your chemistry, which we overrate or underrate so many times. So I'm definitely gonna go with Chet, and I'm definitely gonna go with Miles Turner. I need to see more from both of them.
I got a situation for y'all. So on Twitter, I'm arguing with somebody right now. Somebody compared Tyrese Haliburton to Eli Manning. They said, what's the NFL comparison for Tyrese Haliburton? I said, it's definitely not Eli Manning, bro. We get it. He beat Tom Brady, but that's his case to fame. Eli Manning was a very average quarterback.
Thank
Very,
you.
very average. Don't get me
Thank
wrong.
you.
He's Hall of Fame just off of strictly beating Brady. He's Hall of Fame off of beating Brady. Don't get me wrong. But to say that him and Halliburton are comparison type,
No,
it's not even close. Like,
no.
not even close.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, you know what? If I had to choose, I probably would say Jalen Hurts because
Ooh.
he don't need to score a lot. He gonna let the team eat, but when it's time to take over, Jalen Hurts put the numbers up.
Yeah, if he got to, boy, that Jalen Hurts is cold. they
Hey,
so
and he
they
been
so stacked, bro.
Tyrese Halliburton been all NBA. Jalen Hurts
Facts.
been all NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts been to two conference finals. Halliburton been to two conference finals. I'm just saying, like,
But I will say this: I the cachet of Jalen Hurts is bigger than the cachet of Tyler, or the other guy, Tyrese. But I'm like, it's kind of like when you look at Jalen Hurts, it's like he come for business, mindset wise, and then the way he talk is pure confidence. It's not no arrogance, nothing like that. I can say this about both of these guys, SGA and Tyler. Them guys is humble. It's a lot of humility when they speak. They don't really try to, you know how some cats, if it's LeBron versus somebody, they'll have a slight shot every now and then. It's just clean, like, hey man, we respect y'all, we respect y'all. It is what it is. But I like that about them, even though I know it's a lot of dog in SGA, even though he try to play cool. It's a
a lot
lot
of
of
dog
dog
in
in
there.
there. Hey, he got a lot of dog in him.
Hey,
Like for real, and I love it.
it's dog and Tyrese, like, bro, like
It
this is
is.
good. This is a good matchup, bro. This is a
Yes, it
good
is.
matchup.
Yes, it is, man.
What we Jalen Bronson? You talking about Jalen Bronson, the clutches in the league? I don't think so. I don't
That
think so.
ain't no luck in this, bro. He been doing this too
Hey,
consistently.
it's bro,
He been doing it too consistent, dog. He's
a
nice.
game winner in every round is ridiculous.
I'm telling you.
Like,
I'm telling you. He's tough, man.
he tough, bro.
Mm-hmm.
5
That
in this playoff run alone,
Yeah.
joining Reggie Miller and LeBron James. That's elite
Three
company right there.
three less before after like he almost like he got 3 more games if he can do that. That's crazy. That is insane.
When I saw that when Hallie got the switch on, I think his name, Cason Wallace, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a wrap. Because he
Yeah.
not he not like Dort or Caruso on defense. He a little smaller, So I was like, yo, Hallie gonna raise up.
What that say about Team USA? Because if the Pacers win, that means Team USA would have had Jason Tatum on the bench and Halliburton on the bench. Two NBA champions. What that's like? Come on now.
That's laughable, dog. That's
If
laughable.
he
And it's
win the
disrespectful,
championship,
dog. They did that to Jason. He
if he
just
win the
won it.
championship, bro, that's gonna be ridiculous. Like, bro, y'all crazy.
I'm telling you, dog. It's so much disrespect. It ain't even funny.
That make
Like,
most overrated, bro.
nah, he ain't overrated. I ain't gonna say that. He just don't have the point number that you expect him to have. Can he get there? Absolutely.
Hey,
Can he get there? Yes. I believe he can average 25 next year with ease. No cap.
I wouldn't even want him to.
He
I
don't
wouldn't
need
even
to
want him
though.
to.
He don't need to.
On the real. Give me what you give. Give me 19 and 10. I'm cool with that. I am
Yep.
cool.
You his game. I know this is a stretch, but he kind of give me James Harden vibes
Cool.
as far as I'm talking about assists and points.
You talking about SGA
Uh
or
that's
because
honestly SGA remind me
SGA is
of
Harden
yeah,
remade.
yes. I'm wrong. Yeah, SGA. I was looking. I'm like, dude, they keep saying Kobe, and no, he ain't Kobe, no. But how he plays, he give me Harden vibes. All them fouls he draw is X straight up Harden in his prime.
Hey man, Luca.
Yes,
Them,
sir.
them is Harden babies all day.
Yes, sir. Yes,
On the
sir.
real.
So, man, this is just interesting how to change. This is a humbling experience because all the OGs got put out. No,
All
this
the
is
OGs.
humbling. This is real
It's a
humbling.
young
Like,
dude's game now.
man, look. All right, LeBron, you might think about retiring,
I was
dog,
about to
man.
say, well, hey, what if all of them retired? Like we all gotta go.
Bro, right, man. Look, but the
Or
real
they all
question,
team up. All the
but the
old
real
heads team up.
Yeah.
that could be a possibility.
I,
But the
I
real
I did say as much as I hate it, I want to see Katie, Bron, and Curry on the same team, bro. MVP one
I
time.
don't
As
want to
much
see
as I
that.
hate it,
I
I
don't
want to
want to
see
see
it.
that. But would it be beautiful? Absolutely. Oh my
It would
God.
be
Who's
crazy.
stopping that? Who's stopping?
I ain't
Poetic
gonna lie.
ending.
Bruh,
I
that would
think
be,
KD, he blocked
Nah,
a
I'll put it like
trade.
this.
bro.
You know who would stop that?
Who?
OKC would stop that. It'll be like the Detroit Pistons versus Shaq, Gary Payton, Karl Malone, and Kobe. You know what I'm saying? It'll be
Good
like
analogy. Yeah, because they was old. Yeah. However, if you slow that tempo down, it ain't sweet.
man, I thought they was finna kill Detroit. Boy, they got they dumb ass
And
swept.
they were mollywop. I was at the crib like, what we doing? I was
Dog.
too excited. I said, oh, they gonna get a ring this year. Nah, bro.
Hey, Karl Malone tried to sneak one in. Nah.
And GP.
Hey, no, GP got one.
Oh, he got a one with
With
He
the
who?
snuck
Heat.
one in with the Heat.
With the Heat. Okay, I
With
forgot
the
about
Heat. He
show
snuck
you.
one
You
in on the
show right.
real.
You
Oh
show right.
06.
Show up when
You
D Wade was a savage. Oh my God.
on the real.
I never forget that dude. He was a killer. Yes, sir. But the real question is about this free agency, man. What we gonna do? Is Giannis staying or is he leaving? That's a wild card right there.
I think he's
I
staying.
spend some money. I want him to stay. To be honest, I don't want him to go because I can't see him outside of Milwaukee. That's just me.
Man,
I think
they
he
gotta
gonna
do something. I
stay.
don't know. We gotta do something.
Well,
Bring us Trey or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and I love Kyle Kuzma, but he don't fit with the Bucks.
Man.
He don't, and I love him. That's my dog. Just don't fit. If he
He
was
ain't
somewhere
fit in the
else,
league since that 2020 championship. He ain't fit in
yeah,
the league, bro. Like
mm-hmm.
the game will move past him.
Yeah, you can say that about Jordan Poole too.
Yep.
I love both of them.
Yep.
Both of them get buckets, but how do they fit with a team? Is the
Mm-hmm.
problem.
Yeah, Jordan
Yeah.
Poole probably ain't gonna be the same, bro. Golden State was it for him.
Mm-hmm.
You
When he
need
got
to be
punched.
around vets.
Yeah.
Structure.
Now I heard Kyle Kuzma. This was rumored that he was thinking he wanted to actually go back. No, it was Jordan Clarkson said he wanted to go back to the Lakers. It was just like a rumor or something that he wanted to leave the Jazz and come to the. Would I like that? A six man like him? Absolutely. But listen, I like him. He get buckets. We get buckets,
If
and they
Austin
need it.
Reeves, if Austin Reeves leaves the Lakers, I ain't mad at Jordan Poole on the Lakers.
Actually, that
I ain't
wouldn't
mad
be.
at Jordan Poole on the Lakers, bro.
I don't see no problem with that, to be honest.
If
Six
Austin,
man
because
of the
you
year.
just switching at that point, you just switching. If
Mm-hmm.
Austin Reeves, because that ball handling, the shoot, all that, he got all that
Oh, yes, sir.
on the
That
real.
would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lakers need a legit big man, though. They ain't got nobody in the paint. They get punished in the paint, dog. Dwight Howard crying to come back to the league, dog. You get him a million, he good.
On the real.
And like, just give him something. Hell, bring
I'm
McGee back or
hearing
somebody.
I'm hearing Steven Adams or Brooke
Yeah.
Lopez in free agency. That's what I heard.
I'd
Those are
rather
the rumors.
I
get
like
Steven
Steven Adams.
Adams.
I'll pick Steven Adams before Brooks. I like Brooks. He getting a little older. But as far as they need defense and they need rebounding, it's immediately. Them getting where the AD was a huge punch
Yeah.
to the gut.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
they run on thin ice. Now I do like the Mavs though. When Kyrie come back, I like the Mavs. Oh my God, I like the
Yeah, I
Mavs.
know.
I ain't gonna
Listen,
lie, the Mavs is something serious.
Nico Harris knew what he was doing,
Woo!
bro.
And we see why he got rid of him. Just
Nico
saying,
knew what he was doing.
He getting a little skinnier. No.
he ain't got no choice. He ain't got no choice.
On the real.
Like real talk.
Yeah, he in LA. They gonna let him hear it every time.
It's mainly his defense, though, I think.
He don't try. He don't
Mm-hmm.
try to play defense. He got the size to play defense, but he don't want to try. 6'7", 6'8". You can defend somebody. Just saying.
Yeah.
But LeBron, I'm not gonna ask him to hold no defense no more. He's 40, about to be 41. Who he gonna stop? Let's just be honest. I ain't calling no excuses, but we know everybody call him the so-called GOAT. But he's 41. Let's just be real. He doing the best he can. He gonna get tired quick.
Definitely gonna be doing the best
I'm
he
just
can.
being real. He power forward. He's not a shooting guard no more. I'm sorry.
I feel you. My
So
my last case for Giannis is I think if Dame didn't get hurt, he automatically is staying. But I think he's staying only because he's loyal and he's sort of stubborn too. So I don't think he want to leave. I think part of him due to win chips, but I don't think he gonna run from the grind. But I think that Dame injury is really gonna hurt us because that's like a year wasted.
mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
it's up in the air. I think he's staying, but some fans are like they want him to go because they're like, yeah, go get you some rings, Giannis. And others are like, no, you don't trade and a player like him if he don't want to get traded. So everybody has their opinion.
I mean, trade him if you're gonna get a haul like OKC did.
Right.
OKC
Right.
flipped. OKC flipped. Uh,
That Paul George.
all
Paul
that. Paul
George, oh
George.
my
All
goodness.
that. I seen
Mm-hmm.
a little graphic. They said this really started from the Harden trade. Like all this trickles down from
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
you flip from Harden to SGA. It's like, bro, whoever running that organization don't miss a beat, bro. Because KD an MVP, Harden an MVP, Russ an MVP, SGA is an MVP.
That says something about him for sure.
That
Sam
says a
Presti.
lot, bro. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a lot of more picks in the arsenal. Sam Presti, he a genius.
Yeah, somebody need to figure it out because they ain't got a chip yet. So
Mm-hmm.
if they can get a chip,
That's
then
gonna that
we can say that
solidifies.
it works. We can say
And,
that it works if they get a chip.
mm-hmm.
We
Now
can
I'm a
get MVPs. We can't get championships.
now I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be another conversation if these guys get this ring and they looking at Westbrook, who ain't got one. They gonna
Mhm.
look at James Harden, ain't got one. KD got him too, but it ain't under their umbrella. So it's gonna make them look at what they built previous and say, was it really worth us even keeping it? And did we actually fail by not getting rid of them during the time we did? Because you see the benefits now. If
Mhm.
they execute and finish, you're gonna be like, man, we made the best decisions. But if they don't, you're gonna have a lot of question marks about the franchise. Yep.
I think they running it better now because they got a clear cut. It's a clear cut
Mm-hmm.
alpha over there.
That's
It's
it.
one person. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
Russ, KD, and Westbrook. Like that's
Yep.
three different MVPs. I don't think Jalen Williams is a good player. I don't think he's gonna be an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Nah.
think Shaq gonna be an MVP. It's
Mm-hmm.
one clear cut alpha over there, and that's what's up. That's what you need. A dog, a Scottie Pippenish type player in Jalen Williams. You know what I mean? And the rest fall in line on the real.
No more super teams. You don't need this MVP, that MVP. All you need is a clear cut start, even like Dirk, Giannis, then let all the role players fall in line.
Hey, it's kind of to me that's kind of telling that all the guys who used to do that are old now, and the game is switching back to what it should have been, what it used to
Preach.
be.
Preach.
The
Preach.
guys who
Preach.
did that crazy stuff, it ain't working no more.
Nope. Nope. That's real talk.
KD, and Book
Westbrook.
and Brook, that it didn't work at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
KD, Kyrie Harden didn't work.
And they tried it every time at different locations and still didn't get the results that they wanted. Because it took too much of the money from the team, actually. You spending so much
Mm-hmm.
money on three guys, how you gonna fit the rest of your roster out? Unless somebody sacrifice and make a pay cut. That's why I worked in Miami. Chris
Mm-hmm.
Bosh took a heck of a pay cut because he was easy 25, 15, and man, he was a dog in
Mm-hmm.
Toronto. He humbled himself and said, you know what? I'll take a pay cut so we can bring people to the team. Them guys, them dogs like that, they got them egos. They ain't finna take no pay cut. Nah. Not at their age, no sir. Nah.
What you think about the draft lottery?
That's interesting.
Rigged.
It was. I think it
Rigged.
was too, dog. Dallas got man, I respect Dallas, dog. They got everything on this.
It could be rigged, but I was thinking about it. Remember, Adam Silver did put in place like a couple of years ago because teams was taking so bad, like the different
Mm,
percentages. So maybe
right.
it just really worked out that way. Because
It
now
could
I
have.
don't care how bad you is, you don't get the number one pick.
That's facts.
And I
That's
think they
facts.
think it's sweet. Like, stop
Mm-hmm.
it. Stop tanking. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
sweet.
Would
So
you want them to keep Cooper Flag or trade it for
no, yeah,
somebody?
forget get Cooper.
You
If
said get
if
rid
you
of
if you if you
him.
keep him, it's because AD is injury prone.
Yeah.
But
If
I'll
you
shop
ain't win now, yeah.
I'll shop him for real. Like, get him out of
If
here.
you ain't win now, you gonna shop it. So.
I think that'll
Mhm.
be a great piece to shop. I really do, cause he gonna be nice. But I feel like it's his time to have his own team, even if it's starting from the bottom. I wouldn't mind. Well, could that piece work with the Spurs? Just curious about because they remodeling the team, this, that, another. I mean, it's a lot of teams that they can utilize for him. But
Maybe KD.
Hey, that's a great point.
actually,
I'm not gonna
that's
lie.
not a bad.
San
With
Antonio is
Phoenix?
a good thing. I like what San Antonio doing. San Antonio is going to
Yeah.
be the next new young team.
Yes, sir.
Boxing
Because
Willie.
people sleep on Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell got game.
And people sleep on Houston.
Yep.
They coming. They coming. Them
Coming.
young cats is
They coming.
nice.
They coming.
Boy.
They coming for real.
Man, look.
I said
They
they got
nice.
about two more years. 2 more years.
Mm-hmm. Excellent, coach. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I think my biggest disappointment on the East would be the Sixers.
Yeah,
I
of course.
thought with those three, PG, uh, Joel, and Maxi, I thought that was gonna be something beautiful. I ain't gonna lie to you. Then their injuries. I wish Joel didn't play overseas for the Olympics. He was not really ready. I'm gonna be
Right.
honest with you. And I wish he just sat out the whole time. Then he'd been ready for the season. But he kind of messed himself over with that. But them three, because I love me some Joel Embiid, man. He a dog, but he keep getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy. I think that's my biggest disappointment because they could have done more. And I would love to see them in the finals. I ain't gonna lie to you. Love it.